Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to game number 2, Mochi versus Sam, Melbourne tournament second round. My name is IndySN and I'll be your commentator for the day. So let's get back into it. Oh my gosh. So last game, Sam won by using the doubling method. Now, Mochi did not take the doubling offer, so he had to forfeit the game, giving Sam the 1-point lead. It's a first to 9 to win this match. So we are on to game number 2. Let's see what Mochi and Sam does for this second game. So again, just like before, they're gonna roll 2 die. One on Mochi's side, one on Sam's side. Sam rolls a 3, Mochi rolls a 4. That means Mochi goes first. He moves 3 and 4. He's moving his 2 units right here, advancing the 2 units forward. And Sam then moves a 1 and 3, occupying tile number 5 on his end, preventing Mochi from landing on these 2 spaces. Now, Mochi rolls a 3 and a 6. What can he do at this point? My gosh, this is tough. Now, what he could do is move this piece right here, 6 units, which will put him on tile number 7 on his end, and then move this 3 units forward to protect these 3 in a row right here. And I believe that is exactly what he does. Now, Sam's going to have a hard time trying to get out of this range right here. Sam rolls a 1 and 6 and does the exact same move as Mochi did. Now, Mochi's rolling. He rolls a 6 and a 3. Oh, shoot. He can move this forward 3 spaces and then 6 spaces forward to advance a single tile. But is that the right move? Now, on the other hand, what he could do is move these 2 tiles forward. But again, it's always a good idea to protect or to save a couple tiles at the end so that you can capture your opponent's pieces. And that's exactly what Mochi did. He just moved a single tile forward. And now Sam, he rolled another 1 and a 6. Okay, so what he could do right now is he could actually take this unit right here, move it up 1, and then move that 6 spaces over to protect his pieces. But it looks like he's going to opt for tripling out these 3 pieces so that in the next die he rolls, the next time he rolls, he can move these guys even closer. Gives him a better opportunity, better chance. Now, Mochi rolls a 5 and a 6. Oh my gosh, what can he do? Well, he could advance this unit even further right here. If he moves it 11 spaces, that's 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, he doubles it up, and then he moves that unit 5. So now he occupies 4 adjacent spaces, making these 2 units right here for Sam extremely hard to move out. Mochi moves 4 and a 1. Oh, that's a tough move. I mean, you could move this space 4 units over, but then again, that only leaves you 1 unit behind. Does Mochi want to do that? Right now, Sam is in a very strong position as well. He does occupy 4 spaces, but it's not adjacent like Mochi. Mochi has a stronger position right here. Mochi can still, with this single unit, still jump, leapfrog potentially across units. So he moves 1 and 4. Okay, so he does get rid of that extra unit over there. Not get rid of, but move advantageously forward. Now, Sam moves to 3 and 2. What he can do is double up. Yes, take these 2, 3 and a 2, move it right here. Move this unit 2 spaces, move that unit 3 spaces, occupying 5 spaces in a row, limiting Mochi's ability from getting out. Now, does he opt to do that? Because if he leaves that as the single unit right there, if Mochi moves 2 spaces, if he rolls a 2 on this next turn, he can still capture this piece. So this piece is extremely vulnerable. Oh man. Now he could just leave it like that and advance this piece even further, because the odds of Mochi taking this piece if he moves it forward is going to be much lower. It's going to be very low.
I don't think that's right.
And Sam decides to do the quintuplet, the penta move. Oh, Mochi cannot move this single space out. He rolled a 5, and the best he can move is right here, which is occupied by Sam. Now, Sam is able to move out. He moves 4 spaces forward, and then 6. This is what happens when you allow your opponents to leapfrog across you. This is why Sam's position is so much more advantageous. Now, what Mochi is doing is he's slowly progressing forward, allowing him that the next die move that he has a better chance of him doubling up on another tile. Okay, what's Sam's choice? Is he going to try to double it up, or is he going to roll? Ooh, tough decision right here. Sam does have a better position, but like Mochi, he is stuck at the end area. Now Sam, what he could do is move this unit 1 space forward and then 3 space afterward, sandwiching him between Mochi's enormous army right here. Is that a good move for him, or does he just wants to advance forward? It might be wise of him to advance forward. Who knows? Now, if he does advance forward, he could move this space, this unit 1, and then this unit 3 to move 2 units forward, or jump all the way with only 1 unit, 1 checker piece. Oh man, this is a hard move, but it looks like Sam's opting to go to that. Now Mochi rolls a 2 and a 4, and he blocks. He blocks right here. Has 5 in a row, just like Sam. And now Sam captures one of Mochi's pieces. Mochi pieces is on the bar. For him to get out, he needs to roll a 2 or a 1, and he does. He rolls a 3 and 5. Sam is advancing forward. Now he might leapfrog over 5 spaces right here to block Mochi. Now the only number that Mochi can roll is a 1 to get off the bar. Oh, Mochi is in a very advantageous position. Now, does Sam want to double? He has a very good position right now, but unfortunately, what's working for Mochi right now is this region. For Sam to really, Sam has to consider this, because as the dice is being rolled, as he moves his units closer and closer to the home, if he cannot move this single unit right here, he then has to start moving units that he can move. It is forced movement. But Sam, calculating that, decides to bet up the ante, so to speak. So now, again, like last game, Mochi has 2 options: either take the double or forfeit this match. And if he forfeits this match, then most likely Sam will win an additional point, making him 2 points closer, or 2 points total, to that 9 that he needs to reach. Oh man, Mochi, this is a very hard decision. You are right now, you have a 1 in 6 shot per die to get your unit off the board, and that doesn't even mean you can get him away from this pentatonic region. Sam. Oh man, this is tough. This is very tough for Mochi. Now, does he consider taking the 2-point gamble? This is a hard decision. Probability-wise, both players are struggling. Now, granted, with that being said, Mochi is also in a good position because most of his units are on his side of the board, versus Sam's unit. There's 3 of his checker pieces right here that are on the opposing side. So if you really think about it, yes, Mochi is stuck on the bar, but Mochi does have a way to get out. For Sam to catch up to Mochi, he needs to get all 3 pieces onto the opposing side, or at least 2 out of 3 pieces, just to be tied in terms of position with Mochi. And so Mochi knows that, and he accepts that double. Now, Sam rolls a double 5, and just like last game, double 5s means you can move 4 pieces total. So what Sam does is he decides to strengthen his home team right there, leaving only 1 unit away. Now Sam is in an extremely advantageous position in comparison to Mochi, because Mochi has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units outside of his home board, versus Sam has all the units but 2. And Sam's unit is not on the bar, so he's in the more advantageous. Now, for Mochi to just move, he has to get his unit off the bar first, just like last game. And so right now, Sam is extremely safe with his 2 single units right here. Mochi cannot do anything to these 2 units, especially this unit right here, but Sam decides to move it forward. Now, Mochi has to roll again because the die, unfortunately, if the die is on an opposing piece, or if the die doesn't land in the same area, as in 1 dice here, 1 dice here, they have to roll again, because that is known as a disqualified roll. The dice has to be on the same side and not touching pieces or not being at an angle. So now Sam rolls another double. Now this is a hard move right here. Sam can move those 3 units forward. He could do that. And that will actually make it easier for him at the end game when he's moving pieces off the board. Or what he could do is he could double up this one piece and move this piece right here 3, so he occupies all 6 row. But now that's advantageous because Mochi can no longer move. He cannot roll any dice at all to get out if Sam occupies all 6 spaces. But unfortunately, when Sam rolls again the next turn, if he does not roll a 6 so that he moves this unit out, he's going to be forced to move one of these pieces over, which could be a potential threat, opening up the space for Mochi to capture and moving Sam's pieces all the way back at the end again. This is the dilemma that Sam's in. He has a double 3s, but does he take the option of blocking out Mochi's roll, or does he strengthen one of the numbers, either moving the three threes here over 1, or the 2s or the 5s or the 6 over, making his end game that much easier. And it looks like Sam decides to make his end game much easier, giving Mochi the chance to escape out of the bar. So now Mochi's deciding, what does he want to do? Does he want to roll as normal, or does he want to double again? Who knows? Who knows? Right now I don't see a timer, so I don't know if Sam hit the timer or not, but most likely Sam already hit the timer. Oh man, this is a tough game. This is a tough round. Mochi is not in the losing position yet, and he decides to double again. The game is worth 4 points, and then Sam takes it. Oh wow, now Mochi's gonna roll. Mochi rolls, and he's able to not get out. Mochi is stuck. Oh, Sam rolls a 6. Now he captures one of Mochi's pieces. 2 of Mochi's pieces is on the bar. Now, Sam, you are in a great position, my friend. Now, if I was Sam, I would move this piece right here over 4 spaces. Reason being is because Mochi is able to escape now, because there's 3 out of the 6 tiles. But unfortunately, Sam does not take that option, and Mochi is able to put 1 piece off the bar with the move of 5. Now Sam's in that position. He's playing a double. Oh my gosh, he's playing a double again. 8 points. 8 points. If Mochi accepts this game, Sam will potentially win the whole match, because if Sam wins, he will gain 8 additional points with the one that he has right now. If he wins, that's if he wins, guys. If he wins. But if Mochi forfeits right now, Sam will win 4 additional points, because the last multiplier was a 4. Last accepted multiplier was a 4. So now Mochi's in a pickle. Mochi's stuck. Because right now it is Sam's roll. Sam decided to double up again. That means if Mochi accepts and Sam rolls a 2 right here, or a value that can take, what is it, 2, 4, 6. Oh man, Sam, if he rolls a 2 or even a total of a 7, he can capture Mochi's pieces again, leaving him stuck on the bar. Now, Mochi, what are you going to do? Sam is in a very advantageous position right now. He has most of his pieces on his home turf. You still have 5, 6, 7 pieces outside of your home quadrant. Mochi. Does he take the 4-point loss, or does he risk it all? It's an all or nothing at this point if he accepts that 8. Wow. This is an incredible game. Incredible game, guys. Oh man, it's the probability right now. All Sam has to do is roll a 2. But here's the catch. If Sam rolls a 2 or a 7, that means one of Sam's pieces will be stuck here if he leaves that piece after he captures Mochi's pieces. That leaves him vulnerable. That means if Mochi rolls a 5 on his next turn, that means that Sam's gonna have to start all the way here. Wow, this is a tough call, Mochi. I don't know. And guys, I just noticed this. There's a Nintendo Switch right here. It looks like a Nintendo Switch. Is that a Nintendo Switch, or is that a backgammon thing? A backgammon timer. It looks like a Nintendo Switch. I don't know. But anyways, Mochi. What are you gonna do? Oh man. I don't know. If I was in Mochi's position, Honestly, I would probably forfeit at this game. Live another day, take the 4 point loss, and continue on to the next game. That's what I would do. Now, unless I'm seeing something that you guys are seeing that I'm not, unless this game is considered a gammon, which means that the overall points is at a 2 point instead of a 1 point. That means if Sam wins and he's in the position of a gammon, that means that 4 point multiplier, Mochi will lose. That means Mochi will be forced to accept this game at an 8 times multiplier. But we'll see. I highly doubt it's a game. I think it's just a regular game worth 1 point total. If Mochi forfeits, Sam will win that 4 point. Wow. So I'm gonna take this time, guys. If you guys like the way that I commentate these games, please let me know what you like, what I can improve on. Again, I'm still very novice at doing commentary, especially for a backgammon game, and I'm not a pro at backgammon at all. I just really enjoyed the game, and I hope you guys are with me in that, and you guys are enjoying this commentation. Because this right here, oh my gosh, my hands are sweaty, my knees weak, my arms are heavy. Oh my gosh, Mochi. Oh, Sam's getting impatient. Sam's like, come on, Mochi, come on, let me win already. I'm pushing it. I'm pushing for the win. Give me that 4 points. That's what Sam is thinking. Or Sam might also be thinking, Mochi, I want you to take the 8 so I can win 8 points and just finish the match right here, right then, right now. Oh man, Mochi. This is a hard position, Mochi. I agree. Now, general rule of thumb, there usually is a timer in these types of matches. Now, the timer's either on the left side or the right side, but unfortunately, for this game that Mochi recorded, it's not visible right now, and there might not be a timer for the initial rounds. Who knows? I don't know. So if anyone knows, Mochi, if you see this, if you know if there's a timer on the side, please let me know if there is a timer. Usually it's a 15 or 18-minute timer, giving everyone a 10 to 12-second buffer time to make a move. So
What chance have I got of beating you otherwise?
yeah, so it looks like Mochi and Sam are talking right now. What are they gonna do? Mochi's conflicted. Mochi is so conflicted right now. Mochi knows his probability of winning this game is a little lower than what he wants it to be. What probability it is, I have no clue. Now Sam's trying to talk him out of it. Sam's trying to be like, come on, take it, I think. Come on, take it. Or forfeit. Maybe Sam's giving Mochi advice, but you know, Mochi is a world-renowned backgammon player. He doesn't need advice. Oh, man. And Melbourne, this tournament is amazing so far. I've actually never seen this game before, so I'm really enjoying this, watching this with you guys right now. And if this is your first time ever watching a backgammon game, welcome. I'm hoping you enjoy it. I'm hoping that you get interested in learning how to play the game of backgammon. Oh, man. Woo! Mochi's so conflicted right now. He wants to take the 8 point. He wants to continue the game, but he knows he's at a lower position. He knows the probability of winning is very slim, especially that Sam has 2 pieces. Oh, he forfeits! Mochi decides to throw in the towel. Mochi gives. Mochi forfeits. Oh, Sam wins the additional 4 points. Now Sam is up 5-0. 5-0. Wow. Good game, Mochi. Good game. That was a very good game. 5-0. All right. So I'm going to pause the video. That is the end of game number 2. We'll see next game if Mochi decides to throw in the towel for good or to make a huge underdog comeback. Well, anyways, that's it for this game, guys. Hope you guys had an amazing time. I hope you guys found this extremely entertaining. I know I did. This YouTube video is around 20 minutes long, so do leave me some some love right here. If you guys love the game backgammon, do check out Mochy's YouTube channel. Honestly, without his channel, I would never have been able to learn the backgammon game and watch it and really fall in love with the game. So until next time, guys, stay gammoned.